Yeah, so I still really don't know what I'm doing with these videos. I guess just showing stuff I have. I don't get how this will. I don't know. It might. Yeah. So yeah, this particular video, I'm doing my novel collection. I have a whole bunch. Some of these are informational books. Some of these are informational books about fictional, like, universes. So yeah, I'm getting into more of a. So yeah, starting off, all 7 Narnia books. Those are really great books. This trilogy of Al Capone things about a kid that lives on Alcatraz. The 4 Peter in the books are prequels to Peter Pan. Wonderstruck and The Invention of Hugo Cabret. This is the book the movie Hugo is based on. They're not canon. They're not in the same universe. They're just by the same author. And the 4 Inheritance Cycle books, which are all really good, except Brizinger. That was only good. All the rest of them are great. Then there's the 5 Percy Jackson books, which are also all really well done. And there's this trilogy of other Rick Riordan books. This pretty much whole shelf, except that one little end, is my Rick Riordan collection. These 3, the Kane Chronicles about Egyptian gods. Then, like, the sequel to Percy Jackson books, sort of about Roman gods. I've not read Blood of Olympus yet. I just have been running out of time because I've been reading like 20 books. Then the 5 first books in the Septimus Heap series. I know there's a 6th one called Dark, but yeah. Then if you can peek under there, which yeah you can, the Kane Chronicles Survival Guide. This is kind of like it's also like this Ultimate Guide Percy Jackson thing right here. It's just kind of a fictional universe about informational book about fictional ones. And then 39 Clues, Book 11, Vespers Rising. I have not read that. I read the first 10 39 Clues books. They just got a little tedious because there was so many. Then another 3 things, Percy Jackson things, Demigod Diaries, Demigod Files, and Ultimate Guide. Yeah, I was addicted to Percy Jackson for a long time. And then there's this shelf, which is mostly like fake information books. The 11th Hour, gosh, this book was really cool. You know, it's about, it's like a mystery book that you have to decode yourself. It never flat out says who did the thing. I Spy Treasure Island, I like I Spy books. Dragonology, just a fake information book about dragons. 3 or 4 Lego things. Yeah, this is Lego Harry Potter, Lego Star Wars. Oh, I forgot this little dinosaur dictionary. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a paleontologist because I was so into dinosaurs, and this just helps me understand Jurassic Park. Yeah, I have a bunch of Legos things that don't really think. Yeah. This thing right here is, there's 2 little slips about Greek and Roman mythology. These 2 are like monster books about mythological monsters, mythical monsters, and then this one is, what is this? It is Mythical Monsters, Legendary Fearsome Creatures. Yeah, these are cool just because inspiration for monster stuff. 3 Star Wars character guides, and then 1 Essential Chronology. This includes all the non-canon books and stuff, so I want to get an updated version because those books were never actually canon. Yeah, then some old magazines, some old Star Wars magazines about, yeah, just stuff. Yeah. Then the S.E. Hinton books right there. Let's see, Rumblefish, that was them, This Is Now, Taming the Star Runner, and Text. These were all good. Rumblefish wasn't all that good. It just was, yeah. So yeah, I put those back. Illustrated Book of Myths, just a bunch of Egyptian, Roman, Greek, pretty much every myth you could think of. Good gosh, I forgot I had this book. Star Wars Lightsabers. It goes into in-depth detail about every single lightsaber. Darth Vader's, Anakin's, Plo Koon's, yeah. Yeah, fake information book, I guess, fictional info. I don't really know what that would be called. The Lost books, 1 through 6. I have not read these. These are mostly just my dad's books. Chosen, Infidel, Renegade, Chaos, Lunatic, and Elion. Yeah. And if you look closely, you don't have to look that closely. Right there, there's The Hobbit, which is, yeah, I have The Lord of the Rings somewhere else. You'll see them later in the video. Then right here, The Walking Dead, Rise of the Governor. Yeah, I did that, and I started listening to The Road to Woodbury, the sequel, but never really finished it. The Maze Runner, The Scorch Trials, those are 2 kind of cool books that I got. Quidditch Through the Ages, that's another fake information book about Harry Potter. Nothing But the Truth, had to read that for school. That book was utterly terrible. Then those 4 Gordon Corman books. I don't have Swindle, but I have Zoobreak, Frame, Show Off, and Hideouts. Those are really good. Just funny characters. Typical Gordon Corman stuff, and he's a good author, so yeah. Then for this shelf, Ranger's Apprentice books, if you can see that right there. Yeah, Pendragon. I've not read that, actually. That's just there. Ranger's Apprentice books 1, 2, 4. Actually, this is all of them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or no, I don't have the 7th. I don't have the 7th. Yeah. Those are good books. I started reading that when I was like 9, so I do not remember any of these at all. And then you can see my review for book 10 right there online, and then I've not read book 11 and 12 yet. I've not read the spin-off series either. Then there's the Ender books, the 4 of them. Yeah, I've just read the first one, Ender's Game. Where is that? Where the heck is that? That's right there. Yeah, Ender's Game, Speak for the Dead, Xenocide, Children of the Mind. Then there's the Bean books and Ender in Exile, the 4th one. Then there's the Bean books, Ender Shadow. I read all 4 of those. Ender Shadow was great. That was a great book. Shadow of the Hegemon, that was alright. Shadow Puppets, that was one of the worst books ever. And Children of the Mind was really good, just because it was emotional. Then Jurassic Park and The Lost World. Good books. This movie, I never realized how much the movie differed from this book. This one, the movie was just sort of different because it had to be. This one, oh my gosh, the movie is way different. Like Percy Jackson level different. Diary of a Wimpy Kid books, all of them except the 2nd and 3rd because I'm too lazy to go out and buy the 2nd and 3rd. Oh, those Origami Yoda books, I don't have the first one. I did, but I think my cousin lost it. Darth Paper Strikes Back, The Secret, yeah, Fortune Wookie, and then Surprise Attack of Jabba the Puppet. Yeah, those are just funny books in general. And then, the first 4 books in the Raising Dragon series. I know there's, like, a few. I've read the first one, you can see that, or Dragons in Our Midst series. And then the second one, I'm part of the way through. Then I get to be down, just 2 more. The Detective and Nothing Lasts Forever. I just wanted these books because this is the book that Die Hard was based on. And, okay, this is going to get complicated. This book is a sequel to this book, The Detective. However, and there was a movie made out of The Detective. So they originally meant to make this into a movie. However, they couldn't get the actor to return, so they just made this an own independent movie, Die Hard. And the 2 movies have nothing to do with each other, the 2 books do. Yeah, it's complicated. I'm not a very good explainer, yeah. Another Lego book. I am, like, addicted to Legos, I guess. Character Encyclopedia that had a Han Solo in it, which was cool. One of those books, this one had a Luke Skywalker in it. Life of Pi, great book. I read this in school. It's awesome. The Hunger Games, have this book also. I've read all 3 of them. I don't have them. This is good. Chasing Lincoln's Killer, that was an interesting book. You know, it told it from John Wilkes Booth's point of view, so it was cool seeing kind of how he justified it. And the Tapestry, book 3, The Fiend in the Forge. I read the first 2 of these, and they were good. I haven't read the 3rd one yet, because I don't remember really anything about the other ones. Yeah. And To Kill a Mockingbird, that's a good book right there. That's just a solid, great story, great everything. You know, if you have not read that, you probably didn't go to school. Don't mean to insult anybody about that, but yeah. Yeah, that's just another great book. So, yeah. Here I am back in another little dresser place, I guess you could call it. I'm not using my tripod because this would be hard to do, and I'm just going to use my regular hands. I'll try to keep it as steady as I can. Yeah, I know there are other shelves down there, but a lot of them are kind of just philosophy books, and I didn't, it's novel. So yeah, I'm going to try to keep it to novels and just children's books. So yeah, so start with Brave Potatoes, which is just a little piece of my childhood. It's a book I had to write in 3rd grade, yeah. I really don't know what that is. Oh, okay, it's a children's book that I really liked. It was called Naja the Snake and Mangus the Mongoose, about Snake versus a Mongoose. The More Than Complete Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I haven't read those at all. I haven't seen the movie either. Runny Babbit. Oh my gosh, this book is a pain to read, but it's really funny. You know, they always switch the letters around. That's the formula for this book. A Billy Sook instead of a silly book, and they do that with everything, so it's hard to do. Meet Jesus, written by one of my relatives. The second devotional thing. What is this? I really don't know what that is. Quiet Time, just another devotional book. House of the Scorpion by Nancy Farmer, I haven't read those. Cooper Kids, I read the first 3, I tried reading the 4th, just couldn't. 5, 6, 7, 8, I haven't read those either. Tales of Beetle the Bard, kind of a Harry Potter thing, you know, if you're a Harry Potter fan, you know who Beetle Bard is. Where was I? I was right there, The Seer of the Shadows. This is a really interesting book. It's just kind of creepy, so my mom wouldn't let me finish it. Yeah. Cryptid Hunters, once again, another really interesting book. That one I was too lazy to finish. Guardians of Ga'Hoole. I just got this because I saw the movie and I'd never finished this either. Then some Gary Paulson books like The River and Night of the Everest. I actually haven't seen a bunch of these books I haven't read. This book I just got from my library. Just I don't know why either. Let's see, this is Around the World in 80 Days. Yeah, I like the Jackie Chan movie. I know it's nothing like the book. Haven't read the book. The Old Man and the Sea. Have not read that. I guess it's just an Ernie Hemingway poet thing. Jane Eyre. Once again, have not read that. Some of these are my parents'. Wuthering Heights. I have not read. Gulliver's Travels. That is actually mine, and that is, yeah, that's a good book. Then The Bell, the Clapper, and the Cord. That's just a joke book, which actually has some pretty funny things in it. Lord of the Flies. I guess you guys are probably starting to think I'm obsessed with Lord of the Flies now, but I'm not. It's just, I just like the book, and I read it in school. Yeah. Then 3 Dinotopia books. I was too lazy to read those. Yeah. Then up there, you got The Call of the Wild and White Fang. I had to read The Call of the Wild. It was not a good book. It was just boring. Catcher in the Rye, I haven't read. These are 3 kind of little book devotions about patience, sharing, and what is that? Forgiveness. Cool. Then those 2 books, those are good. The Drummer Boy by Ted Dekker and The Promise by Ted Dekker. Ted Dekker is just a good author. He just is. Yeah. Yeah. And for the last little section of my video, I'm just going to share the Harry Potter books and the Tolkien Companion. Yeah, you can see my worst to best video on these books. They're really good. No, they got better and better as went on. 7 was great. 1 and 2 were great. 5 was great. 4 and 6 were alright. And 3 was alright also. Then there's this little book called The Tolkien Companion. I'm not sure if you can see that. It just goes into all of J.R.R. Tolkien's books, you know, Lord of the Rings trilogy, The Hobbit, all the little appendices he wrote, and just connected them all into one gigantic thing. It's really cool. And we should have the Lord of the Rings right here. I think my mom let my aunt borrow it. I don't really know, though. I don't really know where it is. We should have this just big red book that has all 3 Lord of the Rings books in it. But, yeah. So, yeah, that's it for my video. We do have a lot of other books, and I could go on for days just talking about them all. But these are really the ones that I just kind of consider mine, even though some of them really aren't mine. Yeah, yeah, that's it. So, be sure to subscribe. Bye.